Hey there, Aquarius. How are you? Welcome to Lady of the Unknown Oracle. My name is Sophie. I am so happy to have you here with us. If you are new to my channel, I'm excited that you have decided to spend some of your time here. Welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much for your love and support. I love you to the moon and back. Thank you so much for being around. And guys, we're going to just get straight into your reading, okay? This reading is general. It can be applied to love, romance, friendships, career and finance, your spiritual growth. Really, whatever the messages come out reveal is what we will address in as much detail as possible. If you're curious to know the kind of spread I use, feel free to look back at any of my previous readings. I do a different perspective in my previous readings than this one. This is a new type of perspective that I'm taking on my readings. So you'll see the Celtic cross spread that I use and the way in which I clarify. And we are going to incorporate oracle cards as well. Okay, there is no time frame given to this reading, so whenever you come upon this reading, there is something here for you. All right, let's go ahead and jump right in. Aquarius, what's going on? What's going on, guys? How are you? How's everything been? How have the recent energies been treating you? Because I know for a while there, I was a little bit worried for myself. I mean, it's obviously better, but it depends on the standard that you're comparing it to, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and see what's coming in for you, Aquarius. Let's see. Okay. Oh, well then. Okay, so we've got caring connections, okay? So this could be, as you see it, right? This could be a romantic connection. This could be a connection between friends. This could be siblings. This could be your parents, you know, like your relationship with your parents. This is really an important connection, though, okay? Now, for some of you, this kind of connection involves inner work that has had an effect on your outward connections. So for right now, maybe this isn't exactly a particular connection between you and another person. This could be an aspect of yourself that tends to affect the outcome of your caring connections, okay? This could be some type of cyclic behavior or way of thinking that tends to create a fallout between you and the people who you want to create a bond with, or who, you know, you have lost previous bonds with. Okay, now overarching energy with this card is walking away. So this is about leaving your comfort zone. Okay, she's walking out of the gate. Everything within the gate, you know, is familiar territory. Walking beyond it is essentially, you know, in some ways not taking a leap of faith per se, but it's like, you know, you are leaving your comfort zone, right? You're stretching beyond what is familiar and what you know, and you're putting your faith in something different and expecting that will work out better than what has been working for you to some extent, but that you feel maybe doesn't fit the bill for you anymore. Okay, you're leaving the familiar behind, essentially. So let's see what we've got coming in for you, Aquarius. In any respect, that is the most important. So this can absolutely, though, be walking away from a connection. This could be walking away from an important connection in your life. So let's see what's going on for Aquarius, please. What's going on with Aquarius, please? Perfect. Overarching energy. The Empress, Aquarius, Taurus, Libran energy. You might have either one in your chart, but overall this is either expansion or standing in your power in a more improved version of yourself. This could be the person that you're connecting with. If you identify as a masculine energy, you could be connecting with a divine feminine. Overall, though, where this is not a person and where this doesn't necessarily represent an aspect of yourself, this is a decision to expand. This is a desire to expand. This is a good omen, right? This is a good omen that everything at this point in terms of energy and in terms of effort and, you know, everything really being in your favor, it's a good sign that your efforts have the resources surrounding them to create fruition. Okay, there is opportunities. There's an abundance of opportunity, of resources, of connection, where maybe you might have been experiencing some level of scarcity right, Aquarius? You may have been putting in a lot of work and feeling like none of it has been paid off, or, you know, kind of hoping that the recognition will cross the right person's path, or, you know what I'm saying? It almost feels like you've been doing a lot of work lately that's been going unnoticed. But I feel here that that's going to be changing, okay? So don't stop the effort that you've been making in whatever circumstances this might pertain to. If this is it within a relationship, within some type of important connection, whether this is at work, if this is on your own spiritual journey, and seeing essentially the benefits of the effort that you've been putting in, some type of result, right? If this is not the product, or if this is not the outcome of some sort of ongoing effort you've been putting, then this is talking about having the opportunity now to properly nourish a new opportunity, sorry if I could speak, a new opportunity that will be coming in for you. And it's about having the capability, the desire, and the plenitude of resources to be able to properly plant this opportunity, properly tend to this opportunity. The things will be falling into place, is what I mean to say. You know, it's not like you'll be given an opportunity to do something and you're going to have to stretch yourself thin in order to make it happen, or in order to see it through. No, this is very easy energy to work with. This is, you're given something and you have all the means to protect it, to nourish it, to bring this opportunity to fruition. If this is a house that you're trying to sell, you find the perfect realtor, right? You find the perfect realtor at the perfect time. Everyone around you who is currently in the market trying to sell their home too has either sold their homes already, or the comp goes up and now you can be competitive. Something along those, you get what I'm saying? It's not requiring so much effort anymore. There's actually a tremendous ease now. There's a tremendous ease in whatever plan you're trying to, see the results in. Let's see what's going on. So you've been spending a lot of time inward, a lot of time thinking, Aquarius. You might have Virgo in your charts too. But you know it's about time to come out of this. That's the thing. For some of you, this absolutely has something to do with a connection. Absolutely, a soulmate connection, actually. Someone who it's a brand new relationship, this connection. But there's a lot of pressure surrounding you guys. There's a lot of pressure surrounding you guys. There might be something about this person that you're connecting with that you're uncertain about. And it's, in some ways, like you know the most important aspects of this person that there is to know in order to move forward. Like, you've seen them in action. There's something in a real world context where either you've seen them or their type partake in certain behaviors, and it's like the jury is out. You're not sure what to make of it. You feel a connection, right? You feel a connection. And in the recent past, you actually left something behind in search for what has essentially felt almost like has fell into your lap. But you're becoming impatient. There's something about this connection that's very slow to move, and it makes you wonder, right? It makes you wonder if you're willing to give to this person. Okay, for some of you, this is really just a matter of things feeling too good to be true. Okay, like the fact that something short of a miracle has essentially fallen in your lap. If this is with another person, it's a soulmate, it's a partner, it's somebody who sees you eye to eye. If this is within your own self, right, it almost feels unreal that finally an aspect of yourself that was always at odds with you. Kind of think of ego death, but not completely, right? Ego death is kind of, you don't really want your ego to ever die, right? Your ego protects you. But it's almost that sense of a part of yourself that has always been a personality trait that has either landed you in a lot of trouble, whether in relationships or with yourself, if it's always been an aspect of yourself that tends to sabotage your best efforts by leaving things undone or walking away from things prematurely. It's almost like that part of you that doesn't agree with the you that's trying to take control. I hope that makes sense. You've got the you of your current self with all of your habits and all of your behaviors. And then you've got the part of you that aspires to be more than what you are. And sometimes those two bump heads. The you that wants to lay on the couch all day is fighting with the part of you that knows you're meant for more. right? And that's where we're at. It's like those two aspects of yourself are finally agreeing, your current self and your future self. Your future self is like giving yourself a really good pull and a tug in the right direction. For some of you, this is somebody who you've actually left, okay? And you're actually in separation with this person. And you're wondering if maybe you left them too soon. Could be connected with a Virgo or a Sagittarius. You might be thinking, could be Gemini as well. You could be thinking here that you left a little bit too early, because the truth is, with them, you feel, you know, it's almost like being a little kid with this person. You guys are so playful, and it's so lighthearted, and you guys share a past together. You know, you might even share children together. There's something very, very intimate about the relationship that you guys share. But again, you know, this person has put a really heavy weight in your heart, or something about being with this person, a difficulty of some kind, really sits heavily in your heart. And overall, it's almost like you doubt yourself. You have the Eight of Swords here in your potential outcome. So it's like you do feel like on some level you've sabotaged yourself, which we're going to clarify, because the overarching energy here is the Empress. So I wonder here if maybe you know you've made the right choice, and the right choice was actually a really difficult choice to make. And even though you're dealing with the fallout of making this decision that your old self made, right? You do know that in the name of who you are meant to be, in the name of what you're trying to work for, you've decided to handle this situation a little bit differently. Maybe you're not in separation from this person, but maybe you've decided to shift your focus away from this person and back to the parts of your life that really do require work. Okay? And again, you know, if this is within yourself, this is just, you know, you making a really difficult break away from an older version of yourself that tends to be a real thorn in your side and really outweigh the part of you that you want to nourish. And you're doing things in the name of who you can be, the Empress, instead of maybe all of the things that you tend to make your excuses, right? You know, if you have friends, or you have this lover, or you have an infatuation with somebody, you know, maybe you just have this fear of change. You have this fear of growth. And so instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to change my life and I'm going to make these decisions, you know, I'm going to make the decision to go back to school. I'm going to make the decision to go and reconnect with my good friends, you know. It's like, instead of doing, like, now you're doing that instead of saying, you know what, well, I don't really want to pick up the phone and call anybody, or, you know what, let me just go out with these people who I know I don't like very much, you know, who only cause me headaches, but at least it's what I know. Like, you're not really doing that. There's no more self-sabotage, I feel. And there's a need to heal. Okay, it was a very big decision that you've made, Aquarius, to do this for yourself. Okay. Now, for some of you where this is romance, you haven't left anything behind. You're just in awe. You're just in awe. Like, maybe you thought things between you and this other person would never blossom, and now they are, and you're just shocked. Overarching, well, not overarching, a jumper card, the Sun. You know, it's like you didn't think it was going to happen, but it absolutely has happened. And I have to tell you guys, with the Sun, the Empress, and the Six of Cups present, all we're missing here, all we're missing is the Ace of Pentacles, and then I'll have to warn you, if you are not trying to have any childrens, wrap it up. Because I'm seeing babies here. Okay, I'm seeing babies. Now, the Three of Swords also came out, okay? And I'll show you your challenge here is the Four of Swords. So there's some type of heartbreak or some kind of difficulty that with the Sun you are healing from. There was something that this pain has made you realize, something that this betrayal made you realize. This could be a betrayal of you to your own self, okay? This might be, you know, you having wrapped yourself up in these self-defeating thoughts or these hurtful, painful thoughts about this person that have been untrue, because I'm seeing so far these aspects are beautiful. Okay, so this is like you having undergone some level of pain that really was not necessary. Okay, it was like expectations that you had set that weren't met, right? But you really didn't do your homework. You know, you kind of jumped the gun and thought that things would be worse than they actually turned out to be. And so you are recovering from a self-harm, while the reality of the situation is that it's always been so much better behind the scenes than you ever thought. You just were kind of a pessimist here, Aquarius. Okay, now let me see what this Hermit is. For some of you, you're in separation. You're in separation from this Hermit, though, this Virgo. Okay, or just somebody who you're connected to who just is pulled away. They're pulled away. They're you know, they're the ones that are being difficult to get in touch with. Overarching energy is the Four of Wands. So this is more stability, okay? With the Empress, the Four of Wands, you're upgrading. You're getting to a new level. You're getting to a new level within this connection or in your own space, your own internal environment. You're reaching a new level here where it's like, again, all the hard work that you have been applying is finally paying off. So with this Hermit being your current energy, it's like you will be coming out of this very soon. This, you know, this isolation that you have been in, you know, that this decision to not really express your thoughts or express your feelings, you've been going within to really set the record straight within yourself. You've been journaling a lot. You've been listening to music. You've been reading. You've been, you know, watching motivational, you know, talks on YouTube. You've been, you know, whatever your medium of choice has been. It's like you've been doing a lot of digging up the old stuff, so that way you could replace it with the good stuff, with the healthy stuff, with the feel-good stuff, right? You've been kind of restoring your internal balance, and it's like you're starting to get to a point where you trust your perceptions of things now. Like something in the past may have made you really confused about who you are or what you stand for or what you really want, right? Either in this connection, within yourself, in life, right? You know, but it's like you're realizing now that you've been doing it to yourself on some level. Ten of Pentacles with the Hermit. Okay, for some of you who are connecting with a Virgo, you might be finding out that they are married. Okay, for some of you connecting with a Virgo, you're finding out that either they're married or they're in already a commitment with somebody else. Okay, this is somebody who you left behind recently after finding this out, or someone who upon leaving them, the truth came out coincidentally. And it broke your heart into a million pieces. Okay? Either that's the case, or you have no idea, but a huge windfall of money is about to fall in your lap. Not out of nowhere. You've been working for this. It's just up until now you've been pulling away from it. I would say, Aquarius, if you've got Virgo in your chart, prepare yourself, okay? If you have been withholding yourself from opportunities at work, or you've been saying no a lot to potential clients, or no a lot to, you know, just getting up out of bed and doing something new, you might be kind of swatting away this opportunity for a whole new level of stability. A whole new level of stability. Again, Empress, Four of Wands with the overarching energy. You know, this is a new level. This is wealth. This is stability. This is expansion within your own self. This is family too, guys. So if this is someone who you're connecting with, this Virgo, or just anyone who tends to be a little bit more in their head, right? This could be you, but this person that you're connecting with, you're thinking about them a lot. In your heart space, there's something really difficult about this connection, but you guys are becoming more serious by the day. Some of you are waiting on a proposal, and it's happening. What's challenging you is the Four of Swords with the universe. So essentially, what's making things difficult is that you know time's up. You have to start addressing this. Whatever situation you're enduring with this person, within yourself, whatever this is, you have to come out of this meditation. You have to come out of this healing. Like, you're done. You've already spent so much time ignoring your life, ignoring the connection, ignoring the problems that you're supposed to be dealing with. You've been ignoring it, not on purpose, but because you've been going within. Really, you've been doing like an internal check, right? You've been doing like an internal check. You just want to make sure you've got it right. But the thing is now at this point, it's getting old, Aquarius. Like, you're going over the same information over and over and over again. On your mind, you're defending this connection. On your mind, you're defending this connection. No matter what might be filling your heart up. And this is the thing. In your heart space, you've got the Ten of Wands along with the Four of Swords again. So whatever was the source of heartbreak, whatever was the source of betrayal, whatever the source was of not having the expectations met. Okay, this is disappointment. Okay, this is that, you know, something didn't pan out to be what you thought it was, and that's where the disappointment comes in, the depression, the betrayal even. Okay, but I'm not sensing betrayal here. I'm just sensing that maybe you may have put a certain number of responsibilities or pressures around the connection that realistically could not be yet. And so in a way, you kind of broke your own heart here. Okay, when really, logically, in your mind, you're like, this connection is awesome. This connection is beautiful, right? We're changing, we're evolving. That's the natural state of things. And you're in a place where you really feel like what you have with this person, or what you have with these people, or what you have in yourself, the association you have, it serves a purpose and its presence is beneficial. And not only that, it's worth protecting. And you're bringing your defenses up. You are, you are fighting in the name of valor. You are, this is virtue. This is, taking a stand for what you believe should be there and protecting it with everything that you can, right? This connection is very valuable. This internal harmony is extremely valuable. And yeah, there's been responsibilities or pressures surrounding it, which have been in the past a certain, a source of heartbreak or a source of difficulty. But it's getting to a point now where you realize that it really has just been, on your, like, in your head. In the recent past, there was a six of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups. So for some of you, where you are in separation from this person who, you're in separation with this person who you were hoping to have a family situation with, you could be justifying the heartbreak, knowing that perhaps it wasn't as good as you wanted it to be. With the 6 of Pentacles, this is a relationship that could have been very one-sided. If that is the case, Aquarius, I'm seeing that here. Okay, it was a very one-sided situation. Okay, and this person, this Virgo, could be contemplating what that could mean in the relationship between you guys. If you guys are in separation, if you initiated the separation, Aquarius, you've got a Virgo here who is really contemplating the future. This person wants to fight. Okay, this person wants to fight for you. This person realizes where they hurt you. Okay, they realize where they hurt you, and they realize that the longer they wait, the further away you're going to get. Okay, coming in, we've got the 7 of Pentacles, clarified by the Emperor, the 7 of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. So for some of you where you're dealing with an Aries, this is somebody who is going to be putting the pedal to the metal. Okay, what's coming in is the 7 of Pentacles, which is absolutely, it's growth, right? But it's very slow growth. This is almost, kind of feeling impatient. But with the Emperor and the 7 of Pentacles again, and the King of Pentacles, it's somebody who's going to make the wait worth their time, right? It's somebody who, sees the situation. They see the situation. They see how slowly things are progressing, and they say to themselves, okay, well, if I can't pick the fruit yet, then how about we plant some more seeds? Or how about, the Emperor and the King of Pentacles are not ones to be bullied around by time. They exhaust every resource they have to get what they want. So if you're connecting with an Aries, Aquarius, or you are connecting with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, lots of earth energy here, with the exception of the Aries energy here with the Emperor. If you are connecting with any one of these signs, this is somebody who, first of all, is wise beyond their years. They're very, very savvy financially, okay? This could even be somebody who maybe with you, okay, they're seeing that they still have a ways to go. For example, if you have Virgo in your chart and your person is an Aries, okay, they want a future with you, and they're seeing how slowly things are progressing, okay? But in the meantime, they're still focusing on expanding with you. Even though things are slowing down in some aspects, they're still thinking about new beginnings. They're still very, there could be a sense of impatience, because the Emperor does like to get things done when they want it done. And if there's 2 people involved, the Emperor can't call all the shots. This person could be becoming a little bit impatient. But for them coming up as the Emperor and the King of Pentacles, I have to wonder if perhaps they view you as their counterpart. Okay, because our overarching energy here is the Empress. So I have to wonder, with the 2 of Cups, at the peak of this situation, I have to wonder if perhaps this person sees you as their counterpart, and while you may be taking things slowly, they want to kind of push things along a little bit. Okay, and you see yourself with the 2 of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups. So you could be thinking about the past. If there was a situation with this earth sign, okay, you may still be thinking about a time where, you were not the answer, right? Like, where is this impatience coming from now? when I wanted things to go faster in the past, and you know, you basically told me to get lost, or like you weren't their priority. And so you're thinking about how much of they've made a complete and utter change in their preference, right? Like, okay, I wanted you back then really badly, but now I don't, and now you want me? Like, that's not how we do this. They might be pulling out all the stops. They might be saying, well, you're my other half. You're who I really want. You're this, that, and the other. And it's like you have kind of moved on to other things, right? If you have children with this person, you see yourself as being the only one handling the responsibilities here. So it's like you want to repair things between you and this person, but honestly, you've gotten so comfortable handling everything on your own that for them to come back and try to tell you how to do things and you know, like how the relationship should go, you're just kind of laughing in their face, and you're like, look, that ship has sailed. Like I'm a lone ranger in this, and I appreciate that now you want to come back, but this is like, I don't want you back. Like, I don't want you, you know, I don't want you to, you know, to come back and tell me how to do things. I treasure the connection, right? But we have hit a standstill. We've hit a standstill. And in that sense, you are stepping into your own power. You've achieved a different level of success and stability in your life. And again, you know, this could be moving in with somebody new, but this could also be within an established relationship, you achieving a new level of maturity where outside of the connection, you're standing independently in your own power, and you're putting your counterpart in their place. You know, which is a difficult thing to do, but in order to protect your own integrity, you have to tell it like it is. If this person has overstepped your boundaries time and time again, you have no choice but to be clear with them and let them know that how they've been treating you up to this point is not okay. In the environment, you've got Temperance. Yeah, you see? Temperance with the Devil card. You could be connecting with a Sag or a Capricorn. Overall, though, if this is a connection that otherwise, you know, was strong but very toxic at the same time, you feel trapped even, this person has made you feel like you've got nowhere to go. Okay, this is you basically saying, in order for this to get better, it's going to have to get a little worse. Because there's a lot of expansion energy here, but the truth is, there would be no reason for you to be healing if something had not happened. Whether it was self-inflicted, or whether it was inflicted upon you by the person that you're connecting with. There's a sense of impatience here on this masculine energy that's present, and in the recent past you guys had walked away from something that was fairly imbalanced. There was something that was requiring a rebalance, a retake of inventory. Yes, there's a beautiful connection, but as we know, you can have a connection and an awful relationship, right? The connection does not make the relationship. So you know, with Temperance here and the Devil card, it's an aspect of the relationship that has been very toxic, that's affected everything else in your life, that you are now starting to finally heal. If you have Sagittarius in your chart, okay, Aqua, this is really about you really pouring your healing into this, pouring, you know, you're being honest. You're being honest with this person. You're not running away. Temperance is also is patient. It's trying to make two things that are otherwise not compatible mix and become a substance. So it's not that you're, you know, walking away from the whole situation per se, but you're doing your best to walk away from aspects of the relationship that no longer serve, that have been really sucking the life, the love, you know, the sexual energy, the life force, you know, the love just out of this connection, out of this relationship. For some of you, where this is a Capricorn that you're connecting with, you know, you've got Virgo, Capricorn here, Aries, Sagittarius, Libra, Taurus, Leo, you know, where this is a Capricorn, this is somebody who you're just on some level not compatible with, and you are just trying to make it work. You guys are taking time apart, and you're just trying to see what works and take it slow, okay? Be careful here though, guys, because if you're noticing anything about the person that you're connecting with that doesn't make sense, or that, you know, they're rushing things too much, or, you know, they want to move in with you too quickly, and, you know, I'm not seeing dishonesty here per se, but the thing is, this is supposed to be your reading, and I'm seeing that someone is growing impatient. And I urge you, Aqua, if you need to go at a certain pace, that is a pace that the person you're connecting with needs to respect. Okay, so if you are going at your pace and they're becoming impatient, that sounds like a personal problem. And if they care about you at all, they're going to keep it where it is and understand why you need to go so slowly. Because you left something in the past that left you heartbroken. They do not get to tell you how quickly your healing gets to last. Okay? That's not their call. You take your time to heal. Okay, and if they love you, they will understand. This person very much seems to be your counterpart, and you love this person very much. But if they're giving you ultimatums, Aqua, if they're giving you ultimatums because they don't understand what you have gone through recently, okay, that is not, that's not love. That's, you know, they're becoming greedy. This devil energy could even be ego, okay? This could be ego. This could be someone here who is codependent on having a relationship. They're so in love with you that they're rushing, right? They're just rushing through everything. You know, it sounds bad, but they wouldn't have to be with you to make this work. This could be with anybody. This could be with anybody. And that's in the environment, so please be careful. This is good energy is what I'm seeing, right? You're bringing healing and patience into a situation that you really do cherish, but is really in a dark place. But be very careful, because this could also speak to me about the person's intentions, if this is a Sagittarius too, or if they have you know, big Sagittarian placements in their chart. This could be someone who is just, they have their own inner demons to fight, and unfortunately, if you're not careful, they might drag you down with them while they figure this out. Okay, so your fear here is the Lovers with the 8 of Swords. So it's like this trapped, it's this trapped feeling that you have within a connection with somebody. Okay, if this is a Gemini that you're connecting with, an air sign of some kind, but mostly Gemini, you know, this is somebody, Aqua, who, you know, you're uncertain about. There's a lot of doubt surrounding this. This could even be somebody, the person that you're connecting with, this could be someone who they themselves are doubtful. Okay, if this is somebody who maybe you are feeling eager to starting a new relationship with, not a new relationship, but if you're looking to advance this relationship with this person, this Gemini may be the person undergoing heartbreak and healing and needing that time away. And you might be kind of afraid that they are getting cold feet, like maybe they don't want to be with you. If that's not a Gemini, that could be just the partner that you are with. You're kind of worried here, right? You're kind of worried here that maybe they're not on the same page, okay? You're worried here that maybe they're not on the same page. Like, you know, one of you is ready to really get the move on this, and you know, you guys just aren't really, one person wants to go faster and the other person wants to kind of stay put. So the Ace of Pentacles has made an appearance as well with the Page of Pentacles. So for some of you, you really need to be careful, because for some of you, this is speaking to a connection where someone is being set up. Okay, someone is looking to get pregnant or make somebody pregnant as a way to stay within a connection that otherwise wouldn't last. It's like a last-ditch effort. This is going to be how the person is able to keep you in their lives forever, is by getting you pregnant. Okay, or by getting pregnant themselves. So be very careful. There's so many pentacles here. Okay, 10 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Empress, who is usually pregnant. We've got the Page of Pentacles here, who is pregnant. The Ace of Pentacles with the Sun, which tends to have a child. In this particular deck, it doesn't, but in the traditional Rider-Waite imagery, there's a child riding a horse. We've got the 6 of Cups, which is children. We've got the Lover's card. We've got the Devil's card, which is basically the Lover's card, but trapped. Okay, okay, okay. Be careful, because you've also got it paired with the 5 of Swords. So someone's intentions are not in the right place. Okay, for some of you, this is somebody doing something of permanence. Okay, the potential outcome here with the 8 of Swords, this is someone who is either going to trap you in this relationship, trap you in this connection by painting a picture. Okay, either this person takes dramatic measures and, like we said, makes you, tricks you, convinces you in your moment of weakness to commit to something. Okay, to commit to something, to sign a contract. Be very careful. To fill out a form, to, you know, they'll get you to do something without reading the fine print, and it's going to be a commitment that will be very difficult to come out of later, because we've got the Ace of Pentacles and we've got the 10 being your current situation. This could be a situation that you've been trying to block yourself from, Aqua, and you've been patient with yourself, but in this person trying to push things along, they may pressure you. This is your potential outcome, okay? Your potential outcome here is you're going to be blinded by somebody's deception, by someone's real determination to have a new beginning with you in spite of you wanting to take things slowly, okay? Because you are still healing. You're realizing that it's time to come out of this, okay? But at the same time, that doesn't mean that once you come out of this healing that you just resume business as normal. No. No. Okay? There's a reason that you feel this way. Okay? If you're still in this self-sabotaging type of energy, okay, there is something here that needs to be addressed. All right? For some of you, okay, where this is not a connection with somebody who you feel like is rushing you, this is somebody who is being very patient with you, okay? But what's happening is that in your self-sabotage, okay, you feel almost like this person is too good to be true. And in ways, what you're doing is you are walking away from the connection by choosing other things over this person. Like, you love this person, but deep down inside, you're either what you've been through in the past has scarred you to such a point where you don't feel like you could really last in this relationship, because you will always feel like they are up to no good, right? Or you may feel like who you've become as a result of this past situation has changed you into such a person that maybe the person that you're with, you feel kind of like, oh, well, they don't even know who they're with. They don't understand what's happened to me, how hurt I am. I'm damaged goods. Like, you get what I'm saying? There's something here where you're looking at things in a way that's so much worse than they actually are, when someone actually looks at you as somebody who would be the mother of their kids, right? Of somebody who they could be with, someone who they could share responsibility with. You know, with the Two of Pentacles and the Six of Cups having been your past, is how you see yourself, right? Where you don't see yourself as the person who feels like they're juggling all the responsibilities on their own. You see yourself as, you know, not really a product of your past per se. You did your best, right? You had multiple things, multiple decisions to make in the past, and you really just did the absolute best that you can. And you're reconciling the fact that, you know, you're a different person now than you were. And even though you know what you know now, you didn't know it back then. And you really just did the best that you could. And you realize now that, you know, you're not a monster. You're not, you know, you're not all of these terrible things that you say you might be. You know, that's not you. That's not who you are. You see yourself as maybe going back to school. If you feel like you want to go back to school, part of you is feeling defeated. Maybe, you know, maybe you are in prison. Maybe you've been in prison. Okay, on some level, maybe you being trapped in a previous relationship has made you feel stupid. Like, you know, well, you don't deserve to go back to school, or, you know, something like that, where it's like there's a part of yourself or a part of your life that you want to go back to and prove to yourself that you can do, and there's new opportunity being given to you, but in a sense, you're ignoring it because you feel like you don't deserve it, right? You're not worthy. Even though you feel the blessing, you feel the connection, you feel the possibility, you know it's there. But it's like you're turning a blind eye almost, because you feel like this deserves to be in someone else's hands. It's like that imposter syndrome. Like, you know you've been putting in the work. Like, no one else could have done it but you, Aqua. You've invested your time. You've invested your effort. You know this. But on some level, you're like, well, I'm too flawed. You know, I'm too flawed. I made the wrong choices. I was with the wrong people. I took too long to do this. Like, why me? Why you? Because you did the work. You did the work. You paid the toll, you know? Not everybody who you see, who you admire, who's achieved so much, you know, had it easy. On the contrary, most people who we admire, who've achieved, you know, who've achieved more than we could ever imagine achieving in a single lifetime, those people had faced the deepest of adversity. Okay? You know, it's just no one talks about that. No one wants to talk about it. But it's part of who they are. It's why they achieved. Okay? So just because you've been through something, Aqua, does not mean you are damaged goods or you don't deserve what's coming in, this new beginning. You are coming up as the Empress. For God's sake. Okay? You're coming in as the Empress. You know, you've got the Four of Wands. Okay? You have upgraded. Beneath that is the Star. Beneath that is Temperance. Beneath that is the Moon with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Wands. Stop. Aqua, you're standing in your power. You have excelled. You've gotten to a new level, okay? If we're thinking about this in terms of a game, right, you're in boss mode right now. The level is on difficulty, but you're excelling. You're going up in the ranks, okay? You've done well. You've done well even though you feel kind of broken. You've done well. Be patient, give yourself time, take the time to heal, okay? There's no rush here. You have a blessing that is coming to you and it's yours. It's got your name on it, okay? But if you're not, if you're not careful, right? If you're not careful, you're going to miss it on purpose. It's that self-sabotage energy. Like you have the energy and the resource and the time to apply yourself, but you say no because you tell yourself, well, I don't deserve it. And so if I say no, then I will secure my position as the person, quote unquote, that doesn't deserve it. Knowing damn well you have all the energy, time, resource, whatever it might be, to get the job done. Okay? So when you're done healing, resume business as usual and don't say, well, I need more time to whatever. And no, Aqua, you can do this. Okay? You are your own worst enemy right now. And I would say the biggest piece of guidance right now for you is to realize that every person who's ever been respected and has achieved the kind of life you are aspiring to has gone through their fair share of challenges. Okay? And if this is in terms of relationships, those who have even been through the best of relationships, they didn't just have the first relationship in their life and have a tremendous relationship. And if they did, if this person met the love of their life at 18 and that's the person they've been with for their whole life, it was not without challenge. I promise you. Everyone has faced a difficulty. Everyone has overcome a set of obstacles and challenges that they either overcame and succeeded, but it was still painful, right? Or that they didn't overcome and they had to scrap the experience and start over somewhere else with someone else. Okay, so it's not just you. You're not alone, but you're not an imposter just because it didn't turn out perfectly the first time. If you need to take your time, then take your time. This can wait. This person will wait for you. This experience is not going anywhere. This is something that I see has been on your radar for a while, and so it's yours. It ain't going nowhere, okay? But don't shoot yourself in the foot by waiting past when you know you are ready. You're ready. Mentally, you don't want to get out of bed, but energetically and motivationally, like you feel like this is where your heart belongs. So let that aspect of yourself speak on your behalf. Okay? Let that aspect of yourself speak on behalf more than the part of you that wants to see you fail. Because that's your ego. Okay? The ego is a freaking bitch. Guys, I'm going to leave this reading here. We will go over to the extended, okay? We're going to go over to the extended where we will see what your best approach is in this situation. And let's see. We're going to look at this Ace of Pentacles. Okay? We're going to look at this Ace of Pentacles, this new opportunity here, this commitment, right? This seed to plant. I'd like to see what that is for you. That's in your potential outcome, okay? That's the opportunity that's going to be coming in that if you're not focused, you might miss. I'm going to see what that is for you, okay? And what your best approach is going forward, okay? All right, Aqua. I love you so much, my darling. I will see you guys later, okay? I hope that this provided you the clarity and the guidance going forward. And until next time, I love you. For those of you that are coming with me to the other side, I'll see you soon.